few years ago, I was completely broke. I had failed at almost every business that I tried. I lost money in crypto, lost over $100,000 getting scammed in business. I literally just had $50 to my name. And eventually, I just gave up and got a 9-to-5 job. But deep down, I knew that life wasn't for me. Then I discovered a business model almost nobody knew about in Australia. It's called Airbnb arbitrage. And that single decision completely changed my life. And today, I run over 20 properties and built a business doing over $100,000 per month. So this is my complete story. Now, growing up, I did everything right. I was the top of my class, dux of my school. I got the grades that everyone wanted. Like on paper, my future looked perfect. But everyone expected me to follow the traditional path: university, safe career, stable income. But the more I thought about that future, the more trapped I felt. Like the idea of sitting in an office for the next 40 years, it genuinely scared me. And from that point, I knew I wanted freedom. Financial freedom, time freedom, location freedom. I just had no idea how to actually get there. So instead of taking the normal path, I started trying different businesses out. First, it was dropshipping. Just like everyone else online, I thought it was gonna change my life overnight. But it didn't. I lost money doing that. Then I started a clothing brand. I genuinely believed it was going to work. But again, things didn't go as I planned. I then built a sales company, and honestly, that one literally hurt the most because I thought I finally made it until I got scammed for over $100,000. And I remember I was sitting there thinking, how did my life end up here? And after that, I still tried other things out. I tried trading, tried crypto, lost more money. And at one point I was down to my last $50, literally broke. And the worst part wasn't even the money. It was feeling like I was failing while everyone around me was moving forward. And honestly, after all of this, I gave up. I got a 9-to-5 job. And honestly, I tried convincing myself that I was okay with it. But every single day, waking up early, commuting, sitting there knowing I was building someone else's dream, it just didn't align with the life that I wanted. Like deep down, I knew this can't be my future. And I refused to believe my entire life was supposed to look like that. So I started searching again, looking for any opportunity that actually made sense. And then I came across Airbnb arbitrage. At that time, almost nobody in Australia was talking about it. Like the concept sounded insane to me. Renting properties and then putting it up on Airbnb for profit. But like the more that I researched it, the more I realized this could actually work. The only problem was I had no money. I had no experience. I had no network, no idea what I was doing. But I knew one thing. I literally have nothing left to lose. Now, I have to be very honest. Getting my first property felt impossible. Landlords kept rejecting me. I had no credibility, no proof, no experience, but eventually I secured my first deal. And honestly, I was completely unprepared. I didn't know how to furnish property, didn't know how to manage guests. I didn't have systems. I didn't understand operations. I was learning everything literally in real time. But I knew that failure was no longer an option here. Like I had to make this work. But that first property changed everything. Slowly bookings started coming in, and then I got another property, and then another, and then another. And over time, I stopped treating it like a side hustle. And I actually started building a real business with systems, processes, teams, operations, marketing, automations. And that was the turning point. I finally realized this wasn't luck anymore. This was an actual scalable business that I had in my hands. And today, I run over 20 properties. I've built a multi-six-figure Airbnb business, and most importantly, I have freedom. Time freedom, financial freedom, location freedom, the exact life that I used to dream about while sitting at that 9-to-5 job. But the biggest lesson is that none of this happened because I was smarter than anyone else. It happened because I refused to stop after failing so many times. So if you're watching this right now and you feel stuck, you're feeling behind, feel like nothing is working, then understand this. Most people quit right before their life changes. Like every failure that I went through, whether it was dropshipping, crypto, getting scammed, going broke, it all led me here. And if there's one thing that I learned from that is that your current situation means absolutely nothing if you refuse to stay there. So this is only the beginning. And look, if you genuinely want to build an Airbnb business and actually shortcut years of mistakes, trial and error, and wasted time, I've built a community of hustlers, of action takers who actually follow through on everything that I teach them one-on-one and guide them through the entire process to be able to build a successful Airbnb business here in Australia. Like Riyadh, who managed to scale to 6 properties, hitting $10,000 per month, to Shoaib in Sydney, who's been able to scale to 4 properties in 3 months and make $1,000 to $3,000 in profit out of each property, and dozens of other students who are getting really, really good wins and profits building their Airbnb business. So like if you're serious, you're committed, and actually ready to take action, fill out the form below and book in a call with me, and we can actually see whether we can help you build a successful Airbnb business for yourself.